Hello and welcome, or welcome back. We're going to just get a quick reading, what I hope to be a quick reading on political state of affairs. What can you tell us about the various individuals, players? I just saw sad news under here. The individual appointments that we're seeing and policies that we're seeing. So let's be real specific this time around. What about Matt Gaetz? The files on Matt Gaetz. Will the files be brought in? Here we have Good Lady. I would say that would definitely say that someone is bringing forth, protecting the feminine here. And main person, let's see. Good Lady is the congressional body that's in charge of this, is one of the individuals that heads that group a female. I know that the one is, isn't the one Mike Johnson and the other one? Anyways, I don't truly follow the actual policies and to verbatim, but yeah, there's a change on the way. We're going to be informed of a change. Okay, interesting. We've got court flying out, so they may bring immediate charges. I've heard that Trump has just declared some type of emergency protocol for the evacuation rounding up of immigrants, and he does, if you did not know, stand to benefit from his campaign contributors, such as privatized prison type bodies, and if they incarcerate or hold these individuals that they're supposedly deporting in between, then the places that actually can siphon money off of that are the privatized institutions of the prison system. And if we're imprisoning citizens and non-citizens, does not matter, without having created a crime, then we are those that are creating the crimes against humanity. So yeah, a change comes out again. I do believe that we're going to see that they're going to try to invoke some type of emergency preceding here, where not only releasing his paperwork, but somehow creating some type of block or legislation, definitely holding congressional sessions where they review this information, the discernment process, and calling people out. I would say it's too much of a clown car for me to believe that this isn't a red flag event where they want us to look at all of this craziness while they do something else on the other side. What is it that some of us aren't seeing here? We see a journey. Absolutely. So I keep seeing this journey card as somebody skipping town. This could definitely be somebody who believes that they're going to be taken to court and held accountable for their actions. They know that they're being looked for, but there's also this thing about somebody is waiting for something to come over, and I'm getting the vibe that some of these individuals were put into these key positions because there are powerful individuals that do benefit from false incarceration and slave class creationism, and also through human trafficking, any race, any gender. There's a market for humans and anything in so many twisted ways. And I'm seeing that there is something here that could be intervened, like there's an expectation of a connection here, making a connection, bringing somebody in or shipping somebody out, but this is being intercepted here. Gloomy thoughts on the bottom of the deck. Don't be fearful. Yeah, the journey here, what I'm getting is honestly slave ship. So all of these people believe that these people are going to be rounded up and shipped back to their countries. But what type of oversight will we ever have that these individuals have been delivered, where and whence they said that they were going to be? They came here seeking sanctuary. Some of them are probably enemies of different individuals and probably hold a ransom. Some could be held in cells and we'd never know, because they're destroying the regulation and oversight. And human trafficking takes many forms. And so, with these individuals and the things that they stand for, we are being able to see this in advance and to utilize the justice system to reconcile what's going on. And I do believe that the good lady here is perhaps Kamala, also standing here and doing doing a lot more than she appears. So yeah, now we have this main person on the bottom of the deck again, holding that blue parrot in his hand, while little mysterious figures in the deep jungle are looking on and overhearing. So somebody perhaps is a traitor with the parrot, somebody repeating what they have learned or said and taking it over, taking it on journeys and sharing information. Seems like something that we could potentially see Musk doing because of his recent journeys and trying to jump in and get in contact with all of these individuals here. But it's being seen, it's being witnessed. So, marriage card, we keep seeing this. I keep feeling like the evidence points to that Melania is in with the Trump campaign, but I believe she is also a victim of human trafficking on some level. That's what I believe. I believe that that's why Trump said that the first time that they were together was on his jet. I don't think it was because she wanted to. I think that there's going to be more information coming forward, and that although she doesn't have to incriminate her husband, I think that she's going to be one of the wild cards and the flippers. So his thoughts, he thinks he's safe, so he speaks quite plainly and publicly. Ooh, I'm seeing two cards flipping in the deck here. So somebody here has a short illness. We're seeing all these cats. Previously, I was seeing this as the debilitation of Kamala. It does come directly below her. But here we have this gaining a lot of money. See that devilish energy in the foreground and his red head here. So this reminds me of Matt Gaetz with his creepy, weird eyebrows and his Botox expression. I'm not saying that to be rude, but he has the look of a devil, and he has a rat sitting on his shoulder. And here comes all the bribes and all the monies, while the people start to take notice of who is gaining the power and control. This comes directly below court. We still have main person on the bottom. What do we have for this change? What is the change coming in? Somebody's witnessed something from a distance. It comes out receiving a gift. There's all those eyes in the background. I believe by the time that we see the 1212 portal, we're going to be having some switches coming in. We're going to understand what changes we can expect, in which court cases will have been brought. Underneath is still main person. So there's a gift coming, a change in the wind, something that will bless us. There's a lot of presents underneath the tree here, a lot of candles lit. There may be some candlelight vigils. I see bereavement here coming out underneath a journey. I'm going to resist interpreting that directly because I'm not sure how that's going to come into play. We have success in love underneath the deck here. So there's some type of a gift in a change. Yeah, somebody's brought to court, somebody's skipping town and getting caught and intercepted, caught red-handed in the act. Another individual is, I think the universe is calling karma on them, and whether they decide to self delete or something such as that, or old age or otherwise, I think that we're going to see some things developing that are going to be crazy. Look at that. Gloomy thoughts. Do you see this individual on the edge? Somebody's on the edge. Here, this comes right below the marriage card. This is interesting, so interesting. And here we have the sad news. The spouse perhaps gains some sad news because it's marriage, gloomy thoughts. After we're talking about this crazy business, let's see if we can get a third row here. Below good lady and short illness. What becomes of the good lady as we move forward in this situation? Ooh. Theft. Look at that. The thief is being caught red-handed by the black cat here. And here she's shown with the black dog. I think that these are some of the, in the earlier political reading, we got two cards such as this. It's the thumbnail. You don't even need to load the video. It's the thumbnail. This card and the other one had the Council of Animals in it, showing this consolidation and interconnectivity of all life. So this is like the divine plan, the divine matrix below the surface of things, operating for the highest possible good. And this thief is getting caught trying to escape with the gaining a lot of money type of stuff. So she is understanding after this short debilitation, she's getting the clues that she needs to prove the theft. It looks like work, occupation. So there may be some individuals such as, I want to say, the people in the background, such as like the people that do mics and cameras, the crews of people backstage before events, and the people that are bringing in food and so on to the events, the people that are in Secret Service and so on. All of these individuals will be hard pressed to turn their back on what is going on, and people will begin to talk. I'm also seeing is that the Eiffel Tower, isn't that what it's called? I apologize for my ignorance on that. So it's talking to me about France, Paris, perhaps. There's something here. I don't know if one of them has some French heritage or not. That'd be interesting to find out. Now that I've spoken that, I'll probably find it out and it'll come up in another reading. But the workers that had their heads down were underestimated. They were seen as no more than a vase or a fixture on a shelf, and they quietly observed things. And so there may have been other individuals that are going to be turning and giving the clues that need to be, and oh my gosh. So on her legs here, we also have this black cat. So very interesting. And is that Sekhmet Bastet energy once again? Now we have a long way. There's a hawk. I have a thing about a hawk today. But there's this pilgrimage that's gone on and coming full circle to this point of judgment here, perhaps. Judgment and karmic justice. The end of the road, the cross with Sekhmet and Bastet. I'll have to look at that energy as well later. So let's get below court and gaining a lot of money. Somebody's being looked at for financial gain, financial grifting, or so on. It could be every single one of the individuals that has taken money and given money being looked at in singular order. And then we have sad news once again coming forward here. Number 14. So I think we're going to see some more victimized individuals stepping forward and speaking up about the individuals that have been put as the picks for the Trump cabinet and so on, and his advisors' positions. And I think that we're going to see more people stepping forward than before. There's something else that tried to come through and I didn't quite get it. High honors also. Yeah, the victims, the people that have been victimized, the people that have been disenfranchised, stepping forward with their fears and anxieties. Uh, yeah, so yeah, people are being recognized, and they're being for turning against the tyranny. They're being afforded some type of honor or excuse, or even immunity, or what's the word I'm searching for? A pardon from above. And as we see this king here, I don't know if we're talking about the appointments of Trump, or if we're talking about something else here coming in, like he's trying to do these things and get money and get away with it, and people are just, crying and not seeing the truth is on the wall. Though this keeps coming through, the Divine Mother has the baby Jesus in that picture on the wall behind her, and it's reminding us that even through adversity we are being held by the Divine Mother, and to grieve and have our emotions, but also to put those emotions into energy. Pleasant letter comes out below change and receiving a gift. This feminine is receiving some type of correspondence or an advisory letter. Again, it's somebody who works in the service industry here. People that are seen sometimes but not listened to. And so I don't know if somebody's passing a note, a confidential leaked information coming forward, but this is going to be the gift that is needed to create this change. The change is the center line. We've got 5 cards across. So below a journey and bereavement, we did have work and occupation on the bottom just there again. So it's from a worker. The worker is delivering the information to the feminine here, giving her a gift before perhaps if you celebrate Christmas or the end of the year. Okay, so we have expectation. Look at this individual's just waiting, looking out the window with that dog. The dog's waiting for him. It's kind of reminding me of the Grimm, again with the Harry Potter reference for whatever reason. It's like, and then there's the bird. There's a bird up on the top of the other building. I feel that this individual, it knows that they're being watched. They're hiding out. This could be that one guy who got doxxed online that said, your body, my choice. Yeah, there's all these individuals who are being looked into, and this key, crucial piece of information is going to help. So we've got people hiding out, people possibly transitioning entirely in some type of a way. People trying to escape and being intercepted, people going to court, people getting bribes. We've got a theft here, and then we've got this gift. So let's see, we've got the marriage card and gloomy thoughts. What can you tell us about this development? Great happiness. See, I was getting this earlier, I'm getting it again. If Melania was in fact not agreeable to her marriage in some type of a way, and had been perhaps bribed or something else, or has been kept, what do you call that when you have somebody blackmail? If she's been kept in some type of a way, she's somehow utilizing, it's something about, even perhaps there's that monkey again here. And the wine, oh, geez, I don't want to even say this, but perhaps she even gets involved in trying to take on his legacy after he is no longer top dog. Like, let's say that I don't believe Trump is going to actually go to jail per se, but perhaps he will. But I think that she understands, in order to gain some type of freedom here, that there is something else that needs to go on. And I see her, she's got these goats, and there's these children running along at her feet, which doesn't seem to match the energy that she brings. She seems pretty crazy and low vibe to me. But I think that, you know, you'll see a lot of people changing tactics when they feel like their life and livelihood is at stake, as well as when somebody has something to gain. I'll just leave it there. So I think that she is somehow going to be gaining something here by someone else losing. Oof. We have these two coming out together. So we're going to have the living room with the cats. Have you ever, if you have cats, you know that if somebody's coming up, that the pets, cats or dogs or whatever, the pets' ears perk up first because they can hear it. And so there's something approaching. This is under the good lady column here. So the theft in the living room, there's murmurings, there's evidence, there are lots of misaligned data that are coming into fruition. And we also have the computer guy who's been looking, they've been looking into him. So then we also got military person that comes under the second column of court, gaining a lot of money and sad news. Here we have, I think that's one of the financiers coming to call, somebody who is a military leader looking perhaps for a way in, a vulnerable side to our justice system, or a way to infiltrate. Yeah, there's something going on there. And this may even have to do with the escalation of things in Ukraine, Russia, and there may be some types of unrest or situations coming to U.S. soil or to U.S. individuals if they are abroad, because of the climates and the situations going on here. And so, excuse me. So if we do get some sad news, trust that however discouraging it may appear on the surface, that sometimes that bad things happen so that we can find a paper trail, so to speak, and follow the trail of the breadcrumbs back up and follow the money back to the leader responsible. Unexpected money is under the deck. So interesting. So there's unexpected contributions in some type of a way, or some unexpected gaining persons that are seen to have benefited, which is illegal. It's election fraud. And this information is also coming forward, and it's an unexpected, uncovered information. So here we have under the change. What do we have under the change? This receiving a gift, a pleasant letter, perhaps by Christmas time. What can you tell us about this information that's going to be revealed? We'll take this one. Rich, good gentleman. Yeah, here we see him with that glass of wine again. Remember, we had the individual over here with the marriage card. I do think also that in a previous video, I was questioning whether or not Melania had anything extramarital as well, because as we know, her husband has been philandering on all the women as well as the people that he picks. And I think that we may find something about the wine, something about what's in the Kool-Aid that you're drinking type of information, and somebody awakening. And here we have the unexpected money again coming under the expectation, bereavement, and journey. And there's an angel above the plow, divinely showing the way. And the bull, there's something about the bull, the Taurus, unexpected money, unexpected developments at the time of the full moon was something I had already said. But we, as far as I can tell, have not seen the information following the discovery process of the full moon. So if our information in our lives were destabilized and new information was coming into the fore, imagine what the FBI and so on are aware of. They've been unexpectedly able here to follow the money at the time of this shift in the wind. So here we have two more, rich girl and a long way. Something about, I feel this is about Melania here, and also about others perhaps, but it comes out in this long way from home is how I'm reading this. It's like she remembers her roots. She remembers a time perhaps before she fell into something such as this. Here, high honors, her integrity, when her life stood for something, when she was respected and treated as someone who had high value in her life. And yeah, I think that we're going to see a little bit more. And let's see, I don't know if I have time for another row here. So we're going to put a long way here below the good lady column here. She's come a long way and she's reaching the end of it, and there's a cross there. So there's some type of salvation or a judgment day coming here where the messenger bird is kind of relaying the information. Oof. And below court, gaining a lot of money, military person, sad news. There's prison. Somebody's going to prison. And I think that there's going to be a big roundup, but not of migrants or immigrants. High honors. Yeah, I think that we're going to see the cabinet one by one being debunked and dissected. But I do wonder what we have going on behind the curtains while our attention is being drawn to the circus. Yet again, let's look at this line with the big change, the gift, the pleasant letter coming in regards to this rich gentleman. We have the main person, and again with that parrot and the overheard conversation here. The main person, I think it's the rich person here is Elon, and the main person is Trump. Even though the hair is kind of backwards, that's the way I'm reading it. So we have this guy traveling far and wide, traveling on his journeys, getting information to bring it back, and so that the rich, good gentleman could act in accordance with all of his campaign financiers. But there's a false person among them. Somebody has all the information, and in order that they don't go down or be made an example of, some people will be seeing the light of day and will be coming forward with information about Trump. Elon, Gates for sure is involved. And there's the potential for sure of Tulsi Gabbard too, with all these feminine information people here in the deck. So underneath this unexpected development, we're seeing the outcomes here with the people fleeing bereavement, expectation. Yeah, grieving the expectation of something. I think we're also seeing the unexpected relief coming through of the value of the gift of not having to fear this presidency here. So what is at the bottom of this line here? And we have hope. Big water. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. So we're able to reverse the trends of backsliding and the destruction of the entire constitutional integrity. Underneath the deck, we have court person. This one court justice in particular at the Supreme Court level, I believe it's Clarence Thomas. And we have, again, with that monkey here in the foreground, perhaps Gates with those eyebrows. And we've got the other cabinet members being reviewed by the Congress. And also this guy up here with his decision. He cast a very extreme, important decision in this. And I think that we're going to see everybody who's been compromised rounded up. And this is going to give us our hope back. And for our last wild card here, we have the Melania row. And look at her having some type of meeting in the woods. This rich girl having her rich girl stuff. Like, she's been just like stuck up in her castle and not like a caged bird. And that's what some of this information's been coming through as, like, the supposed evil in the world, within ourselves even, would take all of the beauty and shove the lightning bug in the jar and forget about it while it's on our shelf without any type of environment. And then the lightning bug dies. And so we cage the magic and it expires. Instead of that, we're being awakened to a new type of way of being. And I think that that's what this rich girl is recognizing, is how she's been complicit in upholding her captors. And she's awakening from her Stockholm syndrome, or somebody is here awakening. So underneath that, we do have high honors. So there's some type of elevation or a return of integrity happening in regards to that. So any final thoughts before I conclude? Underneath, we do have this false person once again. So what do we have to know about the false person? And I will finish up any final thoughts. We have worthy. Somebody's awakening to their value. We have commitment, talking about the marriage perhaps. And underneath, putting things into the right order. I did say that was going to be quicker, but I decided to keep going. Yeah, caretaker under the deck. We're being divinely protected here, so trust the process. And let's go ahead and move forward. Simplicity. There's going to be a very simple solution for this. It doesn't have to get more complex than the base level of just never letting anybody who is compromised or who would compromise us and leave us vulnerable, to not even let them take up the mantle or the throne. So take care, you guys. Trust, and I'll see you next time.